Have you ever wondered why even the most experienced pilots still insist on having a co-pilot? I have a good friend who's a knowledgeable pilot, but when he flies long distances, he always pays for the service of a seasoned co-pilot. It's not because he lacks skill or confidence, it's because he understands the value of partnership, especially in challenging conditions. A great co-pilot is there to back you up, keep an eye on the horizon, and make sure you stay on course. A great financial advisor does the same thing. But how do you choose the right advisor and avoid unnecessary financial turbulence? Hi, I'm Keith Demetriades. Today we're covering 3 key points: what to look for in a financial professional, signs they may not be the right fit, and how a good advisor helps you land safely on your goals. Steady hands, protect plans. But here's a fact for you. Many investors often put off connecting with a financial advisor even when they know it's in their best interest. A 2022 Northwestern Mutual study found that while 62% of U.S. adults readily admit their financial plans need improvement, only 35% actually consult a financial advisor. That's a major disconnect. But why does it happen? The question sometimes has a very simple answer. They may not know how to find the right advisor for their needs. So they take the path of least resistance, which is ignoring the issue. That's actually a big problem because a recent study from Vanguard demonstrates the value of personalized advice. Vanguard's data shows that by using a financial life planning method, advisors can potentially add more than 3% net on returns annually for their clients. And that's from Vanguard. Over time, that seemingly small percentage can compound into substantial gains. And that 3% is not just a number on a page. It reflects smarter strategies, fewer mistakes, and better alignment with your goals. Those things make for a smoother, less stressful flight. Steady hands, protect plans. Let's break those benefits down a little. Smarter allocation, bigger picture. A great advisor helps you figure out what financial plan is right for you based on your goals, your timeline, and comfort with risk. This is a critical framework, and it may even change over time. Working with an advisor helps ensure your plan grows and evolves with changes in the market and your life. Keeping costs in check. You've learned the saying, it's not what you earn, it's what you keep. Advisors can suggest low-cost, effective solutions to help you meet your goals. That professional expertise helps ensure you're not quietly losing money to unnecessary fees. Rebalancing without the second guessing, there's no doubt about it. When the markets swing, emotions run high. A market dip tends to spark anxiety, and when markets rally, it can be hard to resist chasing trends. Working with a financial advisor helps keep things steady by providing a broader perspective and a disciplined approach. They encourage buying and selling as appropriate to keep your portfolio in check. That input helps take the emotion out of your decisions, which can have a huge impact. Making your money last in retirement. Investors spend a lot of time thinking about saving for retirement, but it's just as important to consider your retirement spending plan and how to maximize your resources to support the life you want. Your financial advisor can help you map out a tax-savvy plan, stretch your savings, and keep you on course so you can focus on enjoying the view. Steady hands, protect plans. The truth is, the right financial advisor is well worth their fees. They don't just manage your investments, they bring expertise, strategic insight, and tailored guidance that can significantly impact how you use and grow your wealth. However, not all advisors are created equal, and not every advisor will be the right fit for you. Finding one who truly understands your needs and priorities is key. So carefully evaluating your options and weighing the costs versus benefits is absolutely appropriate. But how do you do that? Let's talk about what you should look for and avoid in a financial advisor. Start with referrals, but don't stop there. A recommendation from a trusted friend or family member is a great starting point. But let's be honest, it's just that, a starting point. Picking a financial advisor is too important to leave to chance. Remember, steady hands, protect plans. Sure, it's nice to know someone had a good experience, but what worked for them might not be the perfect fit for you. When you get a referral, I recommend you dig deeper and ask follow-up questions. First, why are you recommending this advisor? This question gets to the heart of what your friend or family member values in the advisor. Are they impressed by their expertise, their communication style, their personal investment in the relationship? Are the qualities your friend or family members admire something that you're also looking for in an advisor? Second, what makes this person stand out? Every advisor has strengths, but not all strengths are meaningful to every client. Maybe this advisor is known for their patience, their ability to explain complex concepts, or their knack for creating custom strategies. You want to know what sets them apart and whether that strength could make them a good fit for you. Third, how do they approach financial planning? Some advisors focus strictly on investments, while others take a broader approach incorporating tax planning, retirement strategies, and life goals. Understanding their methodology will help you decide if their style matches what you need. Are they proactive? Do they adjust strategies as your life evolves? And last, what is their specialty? Not every advisor is a jack of all trades, which can be a good thing. Some specialize in retirement planning, others in business owners, high net worth families, or tax efficient strategies. Their expertise should align with your financial priorities and goals. If you're like me, good enough just isn't good enough to cut it. I'm looking for extraordinary, someone who brings more than technical expertise to the table. Steady hands protect plans. Trust but verify. How do you know whether an advisor's qualifications and philosophies align with your wants and needs? To begin, check out their credentials. A CFP, or Certified Financial Planner, is considered the gold standard for financial advisors. This designation ensures they can handle everything from retirement planning and tax strategies to insurance and estate planning. CFPs are required to act as fiduciaries when providing financial advice. This means they are legally and ethically obligated to act in the best interests of their clients. As part of the CFP Board's Code of Ethics and Standards of Conduct, CFPs must prioritize their clients' goals and financial well-being and avoid conflicts of interest. Once you've established their bona fides, explore their worldview. When you and your advisor share a similar perspective, it's like you're speaking the same language. They don't just see your goals as tasks to check off, they see the heart behind them. This is extremely important because financial planning isn't just about what's in your bank account. It's about how that money supports the life you want to live. I'll also mention here that a CKA, or Certified Kingdom Advisor designation, can be important if you want to align your financial plan with your faith. This professional credential indicates that an advisor integrates biblical principles into financial planning, prioritizes stewardship, and works to ensure your resources help support your beliefs. Whatever your priorities are, your advisor should respect and align with them. The core of an advisor's advice is based on their worldview, and it will influence their take on all financial topics, including debt, income, taxes, charitable giving, estate planning, and retirement. When your advisor shares your worldview, they're not just giving advice, they're helping you align your money with your purpose. And that's powerful. Steady hands protect plans. Look for the intangibles. I also want to talk about what I call the intangibles. These are the fundamental qualities that go beyond a financial advisor's resume, and they make all the difference. The intangibles demonstrate how the advisor views your relationship and how they show up for you. There are some important things to consider. What is your advisor's motivation? Motivation matters. It's fine and smart to ask them, why'd you choose this business? What excites you about it? The right advisor sees their role as more than just a job. They also see it as a calling to empower others and help them succeed. If you sense their heart isn't in it, that's a red flag. An advisor who's just chasing commissions doesn't have your best interest at heart. One telltale sign of trouble is when an advisor recommends a one-size-fits-all financial plan. If you hear something like, 90% of my clients use this plan and love it, Take a step back. While some elements may be similar, your plan shouldn't be identical to your neighbor's. You deserve a plan designed for you, not a cookie-cutter plan designed for the masses. Like Einstein said, everything should be made simple as possible, but not simpler. There's more to financial planning than just ticking boxes. Steady hands, protect plans. Next, consider how they communicate. First, think about how they break down complex concepts. Do they explain things in a way that makes sense to you? Then consider whether they can articulate why they make specific recommendations. Is it because there's more dividend yield, more total return, or a better risk-adjusted return? Are they clear about an investment's potential pros and cons, or do they gloss over those details? It's essential to understand their logic, what they're measuring against, and why. So ask yourself, do they leave you feeling informed, empowered, and confident? Here's another thing to think about. Is your advisor interesting or interested? Are they interested in you, your stories, your goals, your concerns? Or are they just interesting because they're different? They talk about their own skills, their own achievements, their own families, their own perspectives. Do they pay attention to what you say and ask thoughtful follow-up questions? Or do they rush through conversations and then escort you to the door? If you get the feeling they're simply pushing through their time with you, that's a red flag. Think about whether you feel heard. And last, consider how their communication style extends to their explanation of fees. Is it transparent? Can they show you exactly what you're paying for? You should never have to guess what you're being charged for or why. Finally, look at how they respond to being challenged. A good advisor is proactive, not reactive. They identify potential issues, present thoughtful solutions, and aren't afraid to say, let me dig deeper on that. Let's be honest. You want an expert, not a know-it-all. Even seasoned advisors don't know the answer to every financial question, and they might have to do some research. After all, part of what you pay them for is a direct connection to the industry and access to otherwise hidden gems of information. If you ask a challenging question and are met with a curt answer, pay attention to that response. It's designed to discourage conversation. It might also mean you're getting into unknown territory, and they simply don't want to do the research necessary to provide personalized guidance. When I'm doing the asking, I prefer a correct answer over a quick answer. 100% of the time. Don't sacrifice accuracy for speed. Remember, you want to work with an advisor who is both smart and curious. They should be a student of the game. My final tip here is to look for an advisor who says they're always learning. Those are the people who seek continual improvement and want to share their knowledge with others. Ultimately, working with the right financial advisor means having a co-pilot who listens, who understands your objectives, and helps you make the best decisions for your future. Managing investments is only one part of the equation. The real goal is creating a strategy that aligns with your priorities, both the life you envision and the legacy you want to leave. If an advisor isn't addressing how your money intersects with your life, they're offering an incomplete solution. You deserve better than that. A good co-pilot helps guide the course you want to chart. And steady hands protect plans. Hi, I'm Keith Demetriades. Thanks for joining me today. I hope this information was helpful. And if you have questions, my contact information is in the video description below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more insights on how to make your financial strategy work for you. Be a savvy steward. Make your life count.